Now, what is the mechanism of stomatal transpiration? Means how transpiration occurs through stomata. What happens, as we know, by roots plants absorb water from the soil, and this absorbed water is channelized through stem through a particular system that is called xylem, and xylem channels and reaches toward all the aerial parts of the plant, and ultimately it reaches to the leaves also through veins. And through veins, as we know that in the leaf there are some veins which are the channels of for the transportation of what? Transportation of both food and water in the leaf. Here is this transverse section of leaf is shown, and this is the vein channel showing xylem and phloem, and here the water is transported up to this part through these vessels or channels. And now what happens inside the leaf? There is the upper epidermis, it is the lower epidermis, and here is the cuticle membrane, and inside these two epidermal membranes there are some mesophyll cells. Two types of mesophyll cells are present in the leaf layer. Upper are called palisae, which are compactly arranged, and below these palisae mesophills there are some spongy mesophills, means they have some intercellular space. They are not compactly arranged, but there are some space present in between these cells. These are mesophills, spongy mesophills, and these are palisae mesophills. Now what happens when water reaches through xylem through veins here on the point? Now this water is absorbed by all the neighboring cells by the process of what? Imbibition. Through the surface to surface, this water is absorbed and transferred to all the cells, palisae cells as well as spongy cells. So what happens by absorption of water? What happens? Come to this point, rise up through the stem and reaches the tissues of the leaf through veins. Through veins this water reaches to the leaf, to the cell. Now what happens? Through veins water passes into nearby mesophyll cells into the leaf. Nearby mesophyll cells it is absorbed by imbibition. Now what happens next? Now the cell sap in each mesophyll cell exert a turgor pressure on the towards on the cell wall. What happens? All these cells absorb water through the direct contact to each other, and they get turgid, and there inside each cell there is a formation of pressure that is called turgor pressure, that will create a pressure on the wall of each cell. Means this absorption of water will create turgidity, and ultimately there will be a pressure created on the walls of all these cells. Now what will happen? This pressure forces some water out of the cell wall into the air space between the cells. Now as we know that among these spongy cells, they have some air spaces in between them, and now with the pressure they are showing turgidity. And what happened? With this pressure, some of the water is pushed out through this surface towards outside in the intercellular space. Means some amount of water is pushed out due to this turgid pressure and in between the intercellular spaces. Now this water starts collecting, and what happens? The water evaporates and diffuses. This water that is coming out of the surface of each spongy mesophyll cells, this get evaporates because of the rise in temperature. This water gets evaporates, and now this water moves in the gaseous form. This evaporated water, evaporates and diffuses through the air spaces between mesophyll cells into the substomatal space. Means it starts moving through diffusion. Diffusion means from high concentration to low concentration, where the air space is present, it starts moving and ultimately reaches to what? There is a space near open space, vacant space near the stoma. So this is called substomatal, this is called substomatal space, and from all sides water vapors diffuses and get collected here in the what? substomatal space. Now what happen? Vapor finally goes out by diffusion through the stomata, and ultimately this water vapors goes out through the stomata through what? By the process of what? Here the point is to be kept in mind that this water evaporates through diffusion from high concentration to low concentration. Moves out of the stomata, and cells that loses water. Now as we know, some water is removed from all the cells. How they complete their loss? They absorb water from the nearby cells and ultimately from the veins, and so this channel goes on, and cells that lose water draw more from nearest veins by imbibition. Means here we have to keep in mind two terms, that is diffusion and other is, first is diffusion and second is imbibition. Means water vapors moves inside the leaf through diffusion from high concentration to low concentration, and water in the cells moves from vein to cell by the process of imbibition. So you should know what is diffusion and what is imbibition. Diffusion is the process of movement of gaseous molecules from their higher concentration to their lower concentration. And what is imbibition? Imbibition is direct absorption of some liquid from the surface of the body. So these two processes occur, keep it in your mind.